Daily sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action, now it's Tua. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mike 14, Mike 14. Blue there.
On 1st and 10, Townsend. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On 1st down, Townsend.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Townsend. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 14. Here we go, G. 18 Cardinals.
From the gun, Townsend. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Townsend. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Townsend. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check hot route.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
He's checking. Crash. Check, Bobcat. Hey, switch gears.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend escaping the pressure right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5.
Make it happen.
Touchdown.
This is our time.
Mike Gesicki. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the turnover, it's Tua. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his line. Linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Oh, yeah. 19 white. Coming. Mike 14, Mike 14. In your face. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Townsend. He dumps it off to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to throw. Townsend. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. They shakes him off. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't
weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Set the tone, defense. Viking 18. Mike 14, Mike 14.
Yeah, you don't want none. 14.
Throwing on 1st down. Townsend, he's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Broncos. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, unbelievably better, folks, than 80 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Simply incredible.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. 2 and now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Townsend. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go street. Me. Buffalo 18.
Off play action. Townsend. So left side, it's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
I got him.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout.
All day, baby, all
It's
day.
just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Hiking 18.
54. All day, baby. All day.
18. Pioneer. Hey, smash.
Watch my board.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Townsend. Touchdown.
I like it.
A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check mark 27. Check mark 27.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Mike 14. Mike 14.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Trap 60, trap 60.
Mike 14.
Looking to throw. Townsend. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Mike 14, Mike 14. Crunch time, defense. 14's the Mike.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Townsend. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I got one.
Check, 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 check. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Hey, go.
Tight on.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A great play with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack on first down, Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Mike 14, Mike 14. You're not.
Back to throw. Townsend. Eluding the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Off the play fake. Townsend. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Townsend to Barkley on the check down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 3rd and 2, Townsend. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Looking to throw. Townsend. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Way to go.
A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to take another shot here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Tua. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 50, check 50.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Complete here. It's Hyde. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Watch the pass.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. They'll come out in the pistol.
I got you, punk. Deuce.
On 2nd down, House. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Lay down.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Stop your whining.
On play action, here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Townsend. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Townsend. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going 25 to the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, 25 to the mic. We're going 25 to the mic.
Back to throw. Townsend. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.